Okay, everyone, are my slides visible to you all?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
okay, fine. So today we are going to learn about the applications of stem cells. So we have already seen that we have different sources of stem cells. Now, after individual is developed, let's say after the individual is out of the mother's womb, the infant has to grow, right? So we have different stages, like we have childhood, followed by we have adolescent, where the boys and girls tends to get matured, and after that, after the maturity, we reach adulthood, followed by we again reach older age. Okay, so we have a complete so-called aging process to be happening. So throughout our aging process, the stem cells activity and the numbers keep changing. Okay, like as soon as you're out of the mother's womb, your stem cell content is too high. Okay, so usually in your childhood, as the development happens, as the growth of the body and organs happens, the stem cell number is still good. Okay, but once you are developed, once you are completely developed, once you're completely matured, the stem cell number starts to fall. Okay, and that depends upon the type of the tissues that you're looking at. Like there are certain tissues which keep dividing, like your skins, like your blood cells and all. So there the stem cell availability is good, adequate. But if you're going to look at the completely developed tissues like your muscles, bone, or your neuron tissues and all, there your stem cells can vary. Okay, to just observe that, let's have a couple of examples. Let's consider a couple of men. I mean, a couple of boys, not men. Okay, let's consider Raghav and Saptarshi. Okay, and Naman. Okay, so let's consider Raghav as a child, consider Saptarshi as an adult man, and consider Naman Jain as an old man. Okay, we are looking at three different cases. Let's say Raghav is of 5 years, Saptarshi is of 30 years, and Naman is of like 85 years. Did I tell you about these examples in the last class or no?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No. Okay, fine. So समझ लीजिए तीन एज ग्रुप है तीन we are now looking at three different cases. Case one, let's say in all the three cases, let's say they were like doing some activity and they have fell down. Okay, and while they had fell down, let's say the skin actually got ruptured, and consider the rupture, whatever the skin got ruptured is equal in all the three cases. Okay, so जैसे आपका स्किन रप्चर होता है वो हील होता है या नहीं होता है? Is it going to be is the wound going to stay as such for long time or will it get healed? आपका नया स्किन आता है कि नहीं?
Healed, sir.
Yield,
Yes,
sir.
yes. In all the three cases we do get the new skin, but look at the rate of the wound healing and look at the way of the development. So in case of 5 years, it's going to be pretty fast. Okay, in case of Saptarshi, like he's 30 years, it's going to be moderately fast. Okay, satisfactory. In case of Naman Jain, the healing happens, but it's going to be slow. Okay, the reason being, although the skin cells are dividing, the availability of the unipotent stem cells at this particular age is very less in terms of skin. Okay, now this was the skin, so at least we are seeing repair. Consider some other tissue. Okay, consider some other tissue. Now let's pick up girls in this case. Okay, so I'll be picking three girls again. Boys का हो गया अभी girls. In terms of bone fractures and all, let's take girls. So I'll take Aditi Tapadar as 5 years old kid. Then Fiona as a 30 years old young lady. Okay, Aditi as 5, Fiona as 30, and then Meghna as, let's say, 8-year-old woman. Okay, so we have all the three cases. In all the three cases, let's break the bones now. Now, earlier it was skin. Now let's look at the bone. Okay, so let's say Aditi was playing. She's a child and she has fell down while playing, and let's say her hand got a simple fracture. Okay, same way, let's say Fiona was riding a bike and she learned, let's say she learned it new and she misbalanced while driving and she fell down. समझ लीजिए उनका भी हाथ टूट गया है. Okay, I mean there was a simple fracture in the hand. Let's say at the age of 80, let's say Meghna, right? Meghna was working and uh, let's say she couldn't balance her body while walking because she's too old and she fell down. And let's say there was a fracture, small fracture on the hand. In all the three cases, we are seeing a small hairline fracture. Okay. Now let's look at the healing process. Where is the healing process going to be faster? Is it 5-year-old girl child Is it 30-year-old young woman or is it 8-year-old lady? कहाँ पे healing faster है? कहाँ
30.
पे healing faster होगा? 5 में या 30 में?
5 years old.
The little girl, because the little girl is close to the so-called developmental stages, so the stem cell availability is too high in her. So the healing can happen as early as like 3 to 4 weeks. तो 4 हफ्ते में उनका समझ लीजिए बोन का healing हो गया है. Good. What about the 30-year-old woman?
It will take some time.
It will
More
take some
than-
time. More than 5-year-old girl, for sure. More than 5-year girl. Let's say it's going to be like 6 to 8 weeks. Okay. Still, we can actually consider that as a moderately satisfactory healing part. Now let's consider 80-year-old woman. Is it going to be the same time or is it going to be longer time? Or very long time?
Longer time.
Very
Very
long.
long.
Actually, it's a very long time. Okay. The reason being, 5 years, the development was still happening. You have adequate amount of stem cells for bone and all. So the healing was good. 30 years, the bone is well established. Okay. You don't, and you don't see that much of the development is required in aspect of the bone. And much of the division is also required in the aspect of the bone. So bone ka division rate slow ho jata hai by the time we reach adulthood. And that's the reason still we have some amount of stem cell left behind. So the healing rate is okay, satisfactory. Okay, not too slow, at the same time not too fast. It's satisfactory. But when you're actually looking at the young age, you see majority of the bones tends to have enter into the state of G0. Okay, and the division rate is also very slow. And on top of that, the availability of the so-called unipotent stem cell related to the bone is a question mark. We may or may not have it. Okay, if we may have it, it's going to take a long time, maybe months. If it is not present, then the doctors will see that the bone is actually not healing. Then they go ahead with a next level of procedures. Okay, so they do their own clinical process. So in such cases, you have to like go for surgeries and all, right? So this way, the stem cells usually have such kind of a role in the body, but they are required for repair, regeneration under normal circumstances. But it again depends upon the age, and it again depends upon the tissues, whatever we are looking at. Okay. So now, what makes these stem cells so valuable externally? Earlier, people did not know that we have these kind of cells. Okay, pehle to, like 4 or 5 decades ago, most of the people doesn't know that we have these cells called as stem cells. Okay, so after they have discovered that we have stem cells and they can actually do such kind of a wonderful job, so people started to isolate them. Okay, and in Indian scenario now, probably in the last 5 to 10 years, we have seen that people are coming up with banks where you can actually preserve your stem cells. Okay, अभी आप किसी गायनेकोलॉजी सेंटर में जाएंगे, वहां पे देख लीजिए, before the delivery you will be approaching by several stem cell banks agents, saying that you can actually save your card cells, and that's really good. We can manage it. You have to pay some decent amount. Okay, so starting में जब आए थे, so they used to like charge around like 30 to 40,000 per year, and you have to pay lifelong. So that's there. But as of now, we have lifetime validity offers where you can actually pay it like 1.25 or 1.5 lakh. Okay, and done. That's for the entire lifespan of the so-called individual who is getting birth. Okay, so now it has become easy. So now the banks and all are pretty much available. So what is it required for actually? ये सब लेके लोग क्या करते हैं? Okay, they are so valuable because when we enter any sort of a critical scenario where we are not having any stem cell, we usually go with the conventional methods of treatment. But there are other strategies where you can use the stem cells, and you can rectify or you can revert back certain diseases. Okay, there your stem cells are going to save you. I'll just come to that point in a stepwise manner. However, because of their versatility, because of their ability to so-called differentiate into diverse range of tissues and all, stem cells are of so much use. Example, now we have corona, people have to conduct research day to day. Okay, Hardin, we are coming across different news about COVID, right? Already it has undergone a lot of mutations, more than like 300 or 400 mutations. And as of now, we have a strain called as Omicron, emerged in South African nation, right? So this has more than 50 plus mutations. which can surpass most of the vaccines, as they say. Okay, so ये सब discovery कैसे किया था? How did the people actually came to know that this thing is this and this? So they took the cells straight away from the patients and they started to work on it. So while they started to work on it, uh, uh, to understand the properties of these things, okay, एक तो doctors hospital में they straight away do the basic kind of studies regarding the physiology and all, okay, but looking at the molecular level and all, it's very hard to सी कि ये सेल के अंदर कौन सा मेटाबॉलिक पाथवे को डिस्टर्ब कर रहा है या कौन सा मैकेनिज्म को डिस्टर्ब कर रहा है, ये सब पढ़ने के लिए that's not sufficient enough. So they have to do, somebody has to do research. So when somebody has to do research, they can't actually bring the entire human being to the laboratory and keep dissecting them. Okay, so that's going to be unethical. Okay, we are actually torturing them. To avoid that, what people can do is that they can do culturing in the laboratory, so they can do the human cultures. Now to study on different tissues, like समझ लीजिए कोरोना का 10 या 12 टिश्यू में हमको स्टडी करना है उसके प्रॉपर्टी, तो हम एक इंसान से 10 या 12 टिश्यू को काट के नहीं, तो we can't actually get that like that. Okay, so in such cases what can be done is that we can use stem cells. We can use stem cells developmental stages में, let's say somebody wants to establish concrete knowledge on effect of the virus on the pregnancy, so they can actually study the effect of the virus on the stem cells straight away and see how actually the differentiation properties are altering and how the tissues are getting affected. एक वो तो पढ़ सकता है, नहीं तो stem cells लेके they can target them into different multiple tissue types, and once we get the tissue type we can culture them, and from these cultures we can inject the virus and we can see that how the virus is affecting on different tissues, like on lungs, like on heart, like on kidneys, liver, bone, etc., brain, etc. Okay, so this way stem cells has a wide range of applications in research, in vitro, in vivo, everywhere. Okay, in vitro matlab if you want some experiment to be done in the laboratory condition where you don't involve any creature, you just involve only cells, you call such kind of a procedure as in vitro. In vivo matlab you are actually taking an organism and you are doing some studies in the organism. If you're doing the study in the organism, then you see it as in vivo. Okay, like ड्रग एस्टेब्लिशमेंट के लिए पहले हम क्या करते हैं, हम स्ट्रेट अवे या तो रैबिट को लेंगे या रैट्स को लेंगे या माइस को लेंगे. Sometimes people do take chimpanzees also. Okay, so we take these creatures to do the basic research. The first level of research starts from there. So we study in that organism. After we establish in that particular organism, then we move on to the human in vitro cell lines. After that, we move ahead with the straight away human beings, clinical trials. We call them as clinical trials. Okay, so in clinical trials also again we have different stages. So ये सब stages पार होने के बाद एक drug आपके पास पहुंचता है. Okay, so that way we can actually study the validation of any new drug candidate or any vaccine candidate. All of this basically can done using stem cells in this manner. So applications, cell therapy is one of the biggest application of the stem cells. So cell therapy, जैसे मैं बता रहा था, if you are entering into a certain condition where you see that your stem cells are not that effective or you are devoid of stem cells, in such cases stem cell therapy is like one of the best solution. Okay, it's like emerging technologies. As of now it's expensive, but maybe in coming days it may be cost effective. Okay, like we can use it in tissue repair, we can use it for cancers, we can use it for a lot of autoimmune disorders, etc. There are multiple types of technologies developed there. So the same thing is being mentioned here: tissue repair, heart diseases, cancer, etc. For example, let's say I'm there, let's say I'm beyond like 35. Okay, so let's say because of the current environmental status, current pollution status, and my feeding habit and rest of the other factors, let's say both of my kidneys has gone bad. Okay, just for example sake. Okay, समझ लीजिए मेरा दोनों किडनी चला गया है. When I lost my kidney, probably my filtration, the water regulation in the body is pretty much affected. And if you are looking at the body, majority of the content in the body itself is water. It has to be really regulated well. So I need a system to support the water regulation. So I can't carry a machine every time, which is actually dialysing it. Okay, so what the doctor can actually do is that they can insert several pipelines. They can insert certain bags and they can ask me to do the dialysis. That's one sort of a procedure, but this procedure is very painful procedure. And as I'm saying, this is like just 35, and a human being can live like 70 to 80 or even 90 or 100 years also. Okay, so if somebody is living for such a long time, carrying the bags and all is again a headache thing. Let's say I don't want this headache. Second option, conventional method of treatment, transplantation. Transplantation में so many hurdles are there. Number one, getting a donor. Okay, समझ लीजिए डोनर में क्या है. डोनर मिलने के बाद भी आपको कुछ हो से यू कैन बी हैप्पी बिकॉज डोनर का जो वो किडनी है, मतलब वो जो डोनर का जो ऑर्गन है, दैट ऑर्गन एंड योर सो कॉल्ड बॉडीज so called excretory systems has to match. Okay, there is a chances of rejection. Okay, we call it as grafting because the immune programming whatever is in their body and our body is different. Okay, even between the brother and the sister also from the same parents, you see the immune programming is different. So you usually don't be getting a match that easily from your own family as well. Okay, so this way we have to look for the good donors, we have to do studies, and then after a certain point of time, let's say you actually got a match whose immune patterns are mostly resembling yours, mostly matlab beyond like 80 to 90%. Fine, then the doctor says that okay, criteria bhi match ho gaya hai and the donor is ready to donate his kidney. कितना किडनी मिल रहा है हमको? एक ही किडनी मिल रहा है. So we take the kidney, we keep it in our body. We in the sense the doctor will be doing the operation, transplant करके हमारे body में insert कर देगा. Okay, again the so called this particular kidney is already struggling, वो establish होगा, but it will be struggling because थोड़ा बहुत तो deviation है immune system में. So that deviation creates some sort of an error in this thing, and you probably the kidney may stand for like 10 years or a bit more than that. Okay, not beyond that. Same way you look at the lungs hardly can stay for like 5 years. Okay, liver, some of the livers basically can stay for a long time, like 20 or 30 years. Heart also can stay for like beyond 20 years. Eyes actually can stay for like 30 to 40 years. So this way each and every organ has its own sort of a setup. Okay, and transplantation has its own positive points and negative points, but however the negative is that lifespan. अगर समझ लीजिए patient काफी young है and if he wants to bear the thing for a lifelong, probably there again transplantation is not the big solution. So what is the best solution then? Then comes the approach of stem cell therapy. Okay, so stem cell therapy में से क्या होगा? Let's say before 30 years, let's say if my hospital where I got delivered was having this stem cell bank. Okay, let's say my mother has contributed her umbilical cord cells to the stem cell bank. So the umbilical cord cells has embryonic stem cells with them, good amount of stem cells. So they will be preserving them in different vials, and they will be maintaining them at ultra low conditions, like minus 180 degrees centigrade or minus 210 degrees centigrade, etc., etc. Okay, and so the cells will stay intact. Okay, just like the way we have seen Captain America first part. वहाँ पे देख लीजिए that fellow will be like he is actually generated during World War One or World War Two, somewhere during the World War he has been created. After that, people think that he is dead. Actually, he got frozen into the ice, and in this millennia he will be out, right? And he will be back to life. So stem cell basically shows such kind of a role. Okay, एक बार मतलब once it is out, once it is in the regular environmental conditions, it can be retrieved. So anything that gets into this ultra low conditions usually will be fresh. Okay, ultra hot conditions में क्या होता है? Decomposition काफी fast होता है. Ultra low conditions में decomposition usually होता नहीं है. Okay, your bacteria won't be able to survive. First of all, the ultra low condition, it also will be frozen, and that's the reason why you don't see any sort of a decomposition happening in ultra low conditions. So हम stem cells को ultra low conditions में store करते हैं. हम मतलब stem cell banks will store them under like ultra low conditions. And the property of these stem cells is that after they get back to our routine regular temperature, they can again start functioning. Okay, that's like the plus point with the stem cells. With the other cells, we may not see that. With stem cells, we definitely see that. Okay, so now let's say I discovered that my mother had actually saved the stem cells. So I go to the stem cell bank, pay some nominal amount, get my stem cells. Say the same thing to the doctor, saying that doctor, see, this is there. So maybe you can actually come up with some sort of a new technology. So now the doctor will collaborate with other so-called laboratories where they can actually target these stem cells and divert them and convert them into kidney cells. Okay, and they even have the technology to prepare artificial kidneys using the scaffolds. So टिश्यू इंजीनियरिंग करके समझ लीजिए वो मेरे ही खुद के स्टेम सेल से दो किडनी तैयार किया है, left kidney and right kidney both. Let's say now I'm getting two kidneys. Now these two kidneys are, though they are made in the laboratory, they mimic my original kidneys, right? So they place these kidneys in my body, and after they get established, I can like the kidney system, whatever the excretory system is there, it's functioning completely fresh. Okay, so with this now I can stay for lifelong. Okay, if I further don't have any sort of a disorder, I can stay healthy for like a long time, pretty long time. Okay, so ये transplant, ये बाकी जितना भी conventional methods का headache जो है वो नहीं होगा. So same way, if stem cells are very much available, so you can see that we can actually treat a lot of diseases like diabetes, like Parkinson's, cancers can be reverted. Okay, cancer का reversal कैसे होता है, that I'll tell you in the coming slides. Heart diseases can be treated, some of the tissue repairs can be done. How many of you have actually seen this Deadpool? Deadpool कितने लोग देखे थे? Deadpool. Again, that's a comic character.
Yes.
Ryan Reynolds. Deadpool में देख लीजिए, that fellow actually got in the first stage. Somebody was experimenting on him, and then you see that most of his body cells has actually converted back to stem cells. Okay, that's the reason why somebody cuts him. Again, उसका part regenerate, पूरा part regenerate होके आता है. That's like a fictional character though. Naturally, there are certain fishes which exhibit such kind of a character, but not all creatures do that. Okay, plants do that, and some of the creatures like lizard, tail को छोड़ के चला जाता है, वापस tail आ जाता है. Some parts it can grow. Same way, there is a fish called as axolotl. You cut this fish into like 30 to 40%, आप इसको cut कीजिए, बाकी जितना भी चला गया है वो सब उसको regenerate कर पाएगा. So there are certain creatures which can actually do that. Okay, but based on that only we have actually, we in the sense those guys have actually created this character called Deadpool. Okay, so in part two, that's like a in part two, that fellow will be left with only head, and head say you must have seen that the entire body is actually coming out. So of course that's a comedy, but still that sort of a possibility can be seen. Liver can regenerate, okay, but that we have a capacity, we have a limit. 60% अगर damage हो जाएगा, then probably it may not it may not be that much effective. It depends upon how much damage has happened. Okay, so this way, if our body is having good amount of stem cells, and if they are live, if they are there for the entire age, probably you don't see much of the repair or disorder state happening in the body. Okay, as the numbers fall down, that's the reason why we see all this kind of things appearing. Okay, maybe in future we may have technologies coming in the form of so-called Deadpool and all. So stem cells ka utna ye hai, that's the power of the stem cell. Okay, so through that actually we can heal lot of things. Okay, then समझ लीजिए, now kidney मेरा body में चला गया है, now I'm happy. Fine, this was case 1. Case 2, let's say my mother at that point of time, like that was around like 80s. So in 80s, let's say my mother was not having any sort of a, or let's say the hospitals, neither the nation has any stem cell bank. उस समय कुछ stem cell bank नहीं था, समझ लीजिए. So what can be done then? Now I don't have any stem cells stored. Okay, so what can be done next? I can go for another process called as induced pluripotency, a bit more expensive method, but still worth spending money on. Okay, induced pluripotency. So this is an artificial way of creating a stem cell from my own body cell. How do I do that? Let's look at the process. The process is called as therapeutic cloning. Okay, so what we do is that we take an egg. Okay, we take an egg. The egg has a haploid nucleus. We remove this haploid nucleus and make this egg empty. Okay, so this has all the contents except the nucleus. So at this stage, now I take a healthy cell from my body, which is actually dividing. And what is it? Let's say skin. So मैंने मेरा skin cell को लिया है. मैं मतलब doctor has actually taken a skin cell. From the skin cell, what the doctor is doing, he is going to extract this nucleus, only the nuclear portion, and he is going to insert the nucleus into the empty egg. Okay. So what are we doing? एक तो egg का nucleus हटा दिया है, मतलब haploid portion is gone. Now for the diploid nucleus to be created, what we are doing, we are taking a healthy cell from our body, and from this healthy cell we take the diploid nucleus and we give it to the egg. So now the nucleus is ours. Egg may be egg किसी दूसरे का होगा, but the nucleus is ours. So we have all the properties of our own body. This egg has got the factors of differentiation, so this will start to divide and this will start to differentiate. So now we have introduced the so-called pluripotency into the egg. Okay, now we have introduced the pluripotency into the egg. So the egg is now acting as a stem cell. This we make it survive for a long time. We culture them under the laboratory conditions. After we culture them under the laboratory conditions, we target them by inducing different factors, and these factors will direct the cells to grow into the kidneys, and I get my kidneys again. Okay, दो वो natural process से compare करेंगे तो ये काफी और costly है, but maybe in coming years this may be also like a cost effective method. As of now this is very expensive. Okay, but still we have technologies which are doing which we can actually do by this method. So this process is called as therapeutic cloning. So क्या कर रहे हैं हम एक egg ले रहा है, we are actually getting an egg, we are enucleating the egg and we are introducing our nucleus into the egg so that the egg becomes a stem cell. Such kind of a technique is called as induced pluripotency. Okay, induced pluripotency. So this is one method. So ये मेथड से हम क्या कर रहे हैं, हमारा खुद का बॉडी में किसी ऑर्गन का डैमेज हो गया तो हम उसको ट्रीट कर रहा है. Okay, we are using it for therapeutic cloning. Therapeutic means for repair of a certain organ or organ system, we call it as therapeutic. Cloning, because we are using stem cell, so stem cell gives you clones, so we are calling it as therapeutic cloning. Simple. Now we have another process where we actually can make a complete baby also. Okay, that's called reproductive cloning. Reproductive cloning. So why do we require reproductive cloning? Now if you're going to see in nature, we are actually coming across a lot of things. Like in human population only, we are coming across a lot of genetically defective babies. Lot of. Okay. So that's one thing. Second thing, we see that many of the creatures are actually losing their so-called varieties. Like the diversity in the nature is getting reduced. So we have to actually have a backup, kind of a backup, while the organisms are living. So what can be done? Okay, then we can actually go with the process called as reproductive cloning. So what is this process basically? Let's see. समझ लीजिए एक white sheep है, समझ लीजिए एक black face sheep है. Let's consider these two are belonging to two different types. Or let's consider these were belonging to two different types where their numbers have actually drastically fallen down, and let's say that the mating of these particular breeds has become lower because of lot of factors. Okay, so mating अगर ठीक से नहीं हो रहा है, reproduction अगर ठीक से नहीं हो रहा है, automatically progenies और forward नहीं होगा. So in such cases what we can do, endangered है, हमको population चाहिए. So what can be done is that we can take a female sheep, उसका egg हम लेंगे, we can take the egg, okay, and people usually can go for IVF, okay, but let's say IVF is again giving you some sort of a genetic defect. So in such case, what we can do to avoid the genetic error, what we can do is that we can take a somatic cell from the other sheep, okay. So this is the white sheep. From the white sheep, from the udder cells, these are the cells that are located near the mammary glands. So from these udder cells, now we are taking a so-called one of the cell. Okay. So ये cells को हम क्या कर रहे हैं? Now we are trying to fuse it with the egg. So while we fuse it, what we do? We remove the nucleus of this egg. ये nucleus को हमने हटा दिया है. हटाने के बाद this is empty. Now this empty egg cell is being fused with the somatic cell. वहां पे हम फ्यूजन नहीं कर रहे हैं, वहां पे हम सिर्फ न्यूक्लियस को हटा के इंसर्ट कर रहे हैं. यहाँ पे देख लीजिए हम दो सेल्स को फ्यूज कर रहे हैं, एंड दो सेल में एक सेल के पास सोमैटिक डीएनए है और एक सेल के पास कुछ भी नहीं है, देयर इज नो न्यूक्लियस. सो दिस इज योर एम्प्टी एग एंड दिस इज योर सोमैटिक सेल. वी आर गिविंग अ शॉक टू इट, बिकॉज ऑफ द शॉक नाउ दे आर गेटिंग फ्यूज्ड अप. Okay, so this way all the contents of the egg are now into the udder cell. So this udder cell has a diploid nucleus, has all the differentiation factors coming from the egg. So this is now going to act as the embryo. So this, if the mother's placenta is good, uteral climate अगर ठीक है, तब हम straight away mother में दे सकते हैं. Let's say the mother's placental climate and all are not really good. then we have to go for a surrogate mother. Okay, surrogate mother matlab this is a kind of a other female sheep which actually can bear the baby. Okay, so she is not the original mother, but she's some other mother. Just like the way we have seen this Mimi में Kriti Shannon का role. Okay, she is not as the exact parent. She is just carrying the baby of that American lady. Okay, so Mimi Kriti Shannon is the surrogate mother. The original mother is the American lady. Okay, so you can see now. Let's consider this as Kriti Shannon. After the delivery, Kriti Shannon is going to give birth to a completely white baby. Okay, so so this is actually going to look like the white parent, right? So why we are saying it as reproductive cloning? Because we actually made a completely new creature, and this creature, the organism, is nothing but the same as the parent. Why it is same as the parent? Because there is no change in the genetics. Okay, हम straight away इसका somatic cell लिया है, so इसका जो भी chromosome content है, same chromosome content is being getting acted everywhere, and that's the reason why we actually got a copy of this parent. Okay, so we made a clone. So this way, this was the first successful experiment that was done on the sheep, and the baby we got through this cloning is called as Dolly. Okay, so Dolly was the first organism that has been created using the so-called reproductive cloning technology. After Dolly has been created, then this actually got a hit. This technology got a hit. Now most of the people are trying to do the same thing on majority of the endangered animals, like your blue parrot cockatoo that you have seen in Rio movie में जो हम bird दिखे थे, blue colored bird. Okay, that's a cockatoo. So those birds are being like one of the endangered species. Okay, and such birds are being generated using the reproductive cloning technology. Lot of female birds were there, and all of these female birds are simply introduced with the embryos so that they can bear the embryos, or they can give the egg, and this egg is now going to, what do you say, act as the new baby. Okay, so all the proper conditions are being given and provided, and this way some of the populations of the birds, some of the populations of animals, okay, all of these are being recovered. Okay, and in India also, like we have seen in last time, like 10 years ago, probably we hardly have 1200 or less than that number of tigers, but as of now the tiger population is good. Okay, so we have actually moved out from that vulnerability to matlab on a verge of extinction tha. So from that we just came out, okay, by this technology. So these technologies are very much useful for saving lot of species which are on a verge of getting extinct. Okay, and not just that, people also want to use it for themselves also, but as of now human population is too high, and on top of that people want to use it for removing the genetic disorder. That is like ethical, but still many governments are actually not what do you say, giving permission to such kind of a technology, because there's a lot of misuse been happening. A man from some part of the world actually has made a lot of clones, his own clones, by this method, and there are many such kind of confidential works, classified works. Okay, and people are actually misusing it, and for that reason many of the governments are actually not giving permission in terms of man. Okay, in terms of only endangered species, this is basically working. Now there is
So,
another
sir, I have
method.
a doubt. Using this cloning technique, can we actually make a perfect human being?
We can actually make a perfect human being.
Okay.
Okay, we can actually make a perfect human being, but
So then, in that case, why is it not legalized as of now in most of the nations?
it is not legalized because already the population of human beings is too high, and human beings have already are like not we are not facing any sort of disturbance with respect to the so-called fertilization and all, and we are not endangered also. So natural process में हम काम कर रहे हैं, ठीक से work कर रहा है, and if you're going to look at the genetic disorders and all, like we are getting the disorders like 1 in a million or 1 in a billion. So considering that fact, people are not advising them to go ahead with this technology.
But can we say that every decade more evolution is happening irrespective of what's happening within us?
Yeah.
Like definitely the children who are 10 years younger to us, they'll be more evolved than us, like mature in sense of brain cells as well.
Maybe that may be there. Okay, it's not just with respect to the brains and all. Look at the conditions and all. Like 30 years back, people don't have television. People don't have proper television. Okay, 20 years back, people maybe they might be having televisions, but computers and all were like very new to the Indian scenario itself. 10 years back, mobile phone was mobile phone, especially the small one, was a common thing. And as of now, smartphones are a common thing. So the technology is advancing, and based on that, you see whatever the generations are coming are getting adapted to it. So in that aspects, in the IQ quotient, maybe the generations can be like getting evolved. Okay, but with respect to physiology and all, no, we are not. Okay, but
Okay, sir.
yeah, at the same time, we have our own pros and cons. No, we have our cons. Like समझ लीजिए 30 years back, the kind of the work people used to have, most of the people used to work in the daytime, and most of them, like majority of them, used to work in the daytime, and few used to work in the nighttime. तो ये फ्यू में क्यों कौन कौन होता है, लाइक सिक्योरिटी गार्ड्स होता है, हॉस्पिटल स्टाफ होता है, जैसे इमरजेंसी डिपार्टमेंट्स है, railway drivers, bus drivers, transportation department, those kind of people used to be there. But as of now, if you're going to see, most of the so-called careers have shifts. Like in case of engineering only, you see software guys है, आप software guys में सिर्फ एक shift नहीं है, बहुत shifts है. So in a software company, you may have half of the people working in the daytime and half of the people working in the nighttime. Right? So we have been altering the, and this again has a good impact on your health also. So maybe technically you may be sound, but physiologically you may again have become weak. Okay, so this way the lifespan may be down. Like people say that like 100 years ago, on an average, human beings matlab in India, human beings used to stay like 130 or 140 years. After the independence, people are staying for like 100 years. In 90s, people used to stay till 90s. Now in the current scenario, like after 2000 and all, people are on an average are staying till 70. Okay, as of today, you see that people who look young are just going like that. Okay, so we don't know. There are a lot of stress-related factors that are getting built up as we are advancing with the technology and generations. Okay, and probably that is going to have an impact on lifespan. So in this aspect, you can say that evolutionarily, maybe our lifespan may be getting down. Technically, we may be getting up, but with respect to the lifespan, with respect to the age factor, we may be going down. Okay, there are changes happening. Definitely, there are changes happening. So according to that, we are evolving.
Okay, sir.
Okay, and then there is this last technology called as gene therapy. So gene therapy में हम क्या करेंगे? Let's say we have a kind of a scenario where the common stem cell is not that useful. Okay, induction करने से भी useful नहीं है. समझ लीजिए natural cell से भी useful नहीं है. Okay, समझ लीजिए एक stage है जहाँ पे cancer है. Okay, let's say we have a stage called cancer. So cancer में क्या होता है? Our part of the body or a part of a tissue in a specific organ got mutated. Okay, so its gene got mutated, and this mutation is actually leading to faster replication of everything, faster duplication of the cells, or faster cell division. That actually the condition is called as cancer. Okay, so let's say we have identified that a bit earlier, like in stage 1 or stage 2. Let's say we have identified that. So in that scenario, people usually can go for a lot of chemical based methods like radiation therapy hai, chemotherapy hai, बहुत सारे चीजें. Okay, and apart from that, there are some emerging technologies. One of the emerging technologies is gene therapy. So gene therapy से हम क्या करेंगे? We actually make use of certain viruses as they are hackers, living cell hackers. So while they hack the cell, they have their own method. Okay, so one of the method is that they will be targeting some of their components. It can be a DNA component or a protein component. So the DNA component will be targeted at a specific location. Okay, so what we can do is that we can use such kind of viruses which are not that harmful to us, but harmful to other creatures. Like let's say there is a lentiviral vector which may be harmful to the plant. So we use that lentiviral vector. We try to introduce into our human cells. So during this process, what we can do is that we put our therapeutic gene into the vector. Okay, vector, why we are calling it as vector? Matlab, this is actually carrying the therapeutic property, and through this only the healing can happen. So this is basically the transportation factor. So the virus is your mediator here. Okay, so we use the virus, and in the virus we are having a component which actually will be used as a basic mechanism for the virus to survive. So in this component we insert our therapeutic gene, and what we can do is that we can insert into a tissue which is affected. Okay, so directly we can give it. So through direct transfer we have a disadvantage. Okay, let's say if the cancer or if the tissue has got spoiled to a larger extent, तो repair ठीक से नहीं होगा. Okay, so in such case the alternate thing what we can do is that we can use the stem cells. Okay, so एक natural stem cell को लेंगे, so उसको थोड़ा बहुत कल्चर करेंगे, कल्चर करने के बाद हम ये stem cell population को वायरस देंगे. Okay, so once we give this virus, the virus starts to survive in all these cells, it starts to replicate in all these cells, and while it thinks that okay, this is not the perfect host, meanwhile most of the transfer of this gene must have already been happened. After everything, the virus now gets inactivated. Okay, so though it got inactivated, it has done its job of transferring this therapeutic gene into the stem cell. Okay, so now all these cells replicate, they get differentiated, and now let's say this differentiation is giving your target organ. Okay, so these stem cells we can straight away insert into your target organ. So the cells find that okay, now most of the earlier cells which are available are actually damaged, so we have to replace them. So what they do, they block their मतलब ये stem cell का property क्या है, repair एक property है. So they try to activate the pathways of damage to all those existing cells, and they start to generate the new cells. So eventually your old cells disappear and the new cells of the entire organ are now there. So the new cells are actually having the therapeutic gene or the functional gene. Okay, and now this way we have reverted the cancer back. Okay, so people have actually worked on mice, rats, rabbits. They have seen like 60 to 90% of reversal being happening. But in case of humans also, there are certain cancers when treated at stage 1 and stage 2 show better efficiency, like 80% efficiency and all. Okay, so this way stem cells are having a much wider capacity in healing the diseases which may not be cured through conventional methods. Okay, so where can we use them? For treating the missing genes or mutated genes, we can replace them and we can include our therapeutic genes there. We can deliver the genes that can actually destruct the cancer cells. So as I mentioned earlier, okay, so we can use these genes to study the efficacy of certain drug or certain compartments, certain gene on bacterial or viral vectors which are actually causing the drugs. So this is better for creating something like RNA candidates and all. Okay, like we have this Moderna. So yeah, Moderna will be using mRNA based vaccines. So we are actually using a vaccine which is based on the genetic content. Okay, so for such kind of a strategy we require stem cells and all to do the study. And kitna time hua? 12:20. Okay, time's up. And this way we can promote certain growth of certain tissues, like in case of Alzheimer's, देख लीजिए brain death होता है, बहुत brain population loss होता है. So in such cases we can revert back whatever has been destructed, and we can establish new connections, and we can make the brain to function properly again. So there are multiple ways of doing that using the gene therapy. So this is again one of the trending technologies in the field of medicine now. Okay, it's evolving. It is not completely evolved because as of now, majority of the diseases have seen that they are working better with respect to the drugs. Okay, but the efficacy is still a bit less. They want more efficacy. Okay, so that the so-called reversal process or the repair process is happening at a very better rate. Okay, so this is one of the emerging technologies. This technology has already evolved. Where is this? These two has already evolved, but they are very costly. Okay, these people are using as of now for treating a lot of endangered creatures only, not for regular creatures. And this is for us only. Okay, so this is called as induced pluripotency, and that's all about stem cells and its applications. So we stop here for today. In case if anyone has any doubts, let me know.
Sir.
Yeah.
Number of stem cells is inversely proportional to age.
Yes.
answer that unipotent stem cells is necessary for
repair and regeneration.
okay, sir.
Okay, during our development, they are very much required for the growth, development, and repair. When we are in adulthood, they will be there for regeneration and repair only. But this regeneration and repair tendencies goes down because the numbers also goes down with the age.
Okay, sir. Sir, gene therapy is a type of stem cell therapy.
Actually, gene therapy is a kind of a therapy where we use virus, and using the virus, we are targeting certain cells. Okay, but
sir,
if
is
we
it
are
a
directly, is it a
sub-branch of stem cell therapy, gene therapy?
one of the therapies in the gene therapy is using the stem cell.
Okay, sir.
Okay, gene therapy में direct transfer होता है, other cell based transfer होता है. So in this gene therapy, one of the technology is stem cell therapy. Okay, stem cell हम तभी यूज करेंगे जब हमको larger proportion of population चाहिए, जो repair and regeneration ठीक से कर पाएगा, तब हम stem cell को इस्तेमाल करते हैं. Otherwise, we don't have to go there. Okay then, thank you all. We'll meet again in the next class.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, Chaitanya.
Good afternoon.
So today, so are you all ready, more or less, with the group? Means, have you all thought about your group?
No,
Not yet.
No, ma'am.
Oh, good afternoon, Arif.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. But anyways, I was I got some of the messages regarding your number of group members, how much it should be, and other things. Okay. But strength is less, more or less, just over 45 students. We are going to do letter writing today. And
Good morning, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am.
good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Shall we start? Okay. So it's not about last class. Every week we do different assignments. So today we will be doing letter writing and business letter, basically, that we will do. So what do you mean by business letter? Business letter is a form of written communication which is written by the sender to an individual or a company in order to fulfill a business transaction. Okay, so this is the meaning of business letter. So we shall discuss here the complaint letter only. You have it in your syllabus, business letter, that is there in your unit 3. At that time I'll discuss the types of letter, and today we will only do the business letter. But components of the letter, so anyhow it is important. So I'll be doing that now. So for that, let me share the screen. Okay, so this is the definition we all know. So we are going to do the now definition we did, and then other components of the business letter. So there are different types of letters. Complaint letter is just one of them. Complaint letter is a type of letter which is written in order to express dissatisfaction over the goods that is supplied to you. And the basic objective of a business letter is complete replacement or adjustment in the bill. That is the objective of business letter. Components we will discuss now. Components of the business letter. Now, what are the components? So first one is letterhead or sender's address. A letter will have either letterhead or it will have sender's address. Okay. Now, if you are writing on behalf of the organization, then you will use a letterhead. Like for example, you are the student member of the of your computer science department, and you had just finished one program. You are no, sorry, you are going to do one program, and you are going to invite the vice chancellor for that. So what you will do is you will write in a letter pad. Okay, and that letter pad is itself is known as letterhead. Okay, so that because that is something which is written for any on behalf of any organization. You are writing on behalf of it. Now, how a letterhead looks like? This one. There will be one logo, but logo I have not given. Logo will be there, and the name of the organization: Kalinga Institute of Industrial Technology, Bhubaneswar, Odisha, India. PIN is this. Phone is this. Email ID, website address. All these things has to be mentioned in the letterhead. In the exam, most of the time, letterhead, you have to write letter in letterhead only. You don't have to use a sender's address. And now, in what cases sender's address is used? For example, you have ordered a laptop and you found that there is some defect in it. So what you will do? You will write a letter to the manufacturer explaining about the defect. Okay, so that is where you use you don't use letterhead, because you are not writing there on behalf of any organization. You are writing on behalf of yourself, so you will use sender's address. And how does the sender's address look like? This one, just a short address: 24 Avenue Street, Kolkata 24. Okay, so this is the meaning of letter, sender's address and letterhead. And I think now, by looking at the letter, you will know whether it is whether you will need to use letterhead, or whether you will need to use sender's address. Then the next one is date. So date can be written in any of the three ways. One is MMDDYY, the second is DDMMM and YY, and third one is YYMM and DD. So MMDDYY is December 2nd, 2021. DDMMYY is 2nd December 2021. And YYMMDD is 2021 December 2nd. Next comes inside address. Inside address is, it is also known as the receiver's name and address. It consists of the name of the receiver and a short address, like the one we did, 24 Avenue Street, in this way. Just now you see. So for example, here it is written Mr. Arman Kohli, General Manager, Infosys, Bhubaneswar 24. Or you do not know, I mean, you are writing a letter to the director. So you will write the director, CSNIT, KIT, Bhubaneswar 24. Okay, the pin code of Bhubaneswar is of this area, KIT, where KIT is, it is 024. Okay, so then the next one comes here, salutation. Now, salutation is the phrase by which you address the receiver of the letter. So now no one is using respected. It has become outdated now. So the most common form that is being used is dear. Okay, like for example, dear Mr. Matthews. You know the name of the person, you can write dear Mr. Matthews. Then and you are extremely cordial. Suppose you are writing a letter to the recruitment head. So you don't have to write the name. You just write dear sir. And if you know that she is a lady, then you can write dear ma'am. But if you do not know, then you write dear sir or dear sir / ma'am. Next comes the subject line. Subject line consists of the theme of the letter in one sentence or word or phrase. Remember that subject line is one of the most important part of the letter. It is through the subject line the reader will either read your letter, or he or she will throw it in the trash. Okay, So this is very, very important. Like for example, enquiry about the vacancy in your organization, that could be one letter on the subject line, or joining letter, or submission of joining letter, or submission of project proposal, or submission of the recruitment report. These are some of the ways of by which you write the subject line. Next comes the body of the letter. It consists of three parts. One is introduction, second is description, and the third one is conclusion. Introduction is the first sentence, or it is the opening sentence of a letter, and it introduces to the theme of the letter. Okay, that is very, very important. You must remember that. The introduction part is introducing to the theme of the letter. Then the next one is description. Description consists, why are you writing the letter? It could be 4 to 5 sentences, not more than that. Then conclusion. Conclusion can be what exactly you want the receiver to do. Looking for a positive response, or hoping to hear from you. I am requesting you to kindly do the needful. These are some of the ways by which you conclude the letter. Then the next one is complementary closure. Complementary closure is known as, it is the phrase by which you end the letter, and the most common phrases that are used are yours sincerely, yours cordially, and yours truly. Now, you will ask me why yours faithfully is not being used. Yours faithfully will be used only when you are working in an organization. And working in an organization for some time, then you will use yours cordially. Otherwise, you will not use yours faithfully. Yours faithfully is never used, because when you're writing a one-time letter or something like that, then the person doesn't have to know about your faithfulness or anything like that. Just write yours sincerely or yours cordially. Next comes signature. Signature is not only the initials, it is the initials, name of the person who is writing the letter, and the designation. Like this. Initials, name, and then designation. Then next comes your this enclosure. Enclosure consists of the documents that are sent along with the letter. Okay, now for example, you are sending your suppose it is a complaint letter, you want to come replacement, then you send the copies of your money receipt to prove that you have brought that. Okay, or the vouchers that you have received from them, so that photocopy you can send it to them. So these are the enclosure. And how you will write this? ENCL1, ENCL2 in this way. Then the last one is copy notation. Copy notation is when the copies of the letter is sent to different people who are directly or indirectly concerned with the subject of the letter. Now, for example, when you are submitting the joining letter, then who should know? Obviously, the chairperson should know. Because you are submitting your letter, your joining report to whom? Recruitment head. The chairperson should know, and say for example, the technical head should know. All these people should know. So how you will write this in this way? Copy to number 1, number 2 in this way. Okay. So anyone who has got any doubt, after that I'll come to the format.
Ma'am,
Any
can
doubt?
you explain copy notation, that last one?
Sure. Copy notation means when the photocopies of the letter, exactly the same letter, photocopy is sent to different people who are directly or indirectly concerned with the theme of the letter. I'll give you another example. Suppose you are writing a complaint letter, then a complaint letter for the laptops. Okay, defective laptops. Who should know? Obviously, the purchase manager of your company should know. No, sorry, you are the purchase manager. Sorry. Then the finance officer should know, because he is paying for that, and the chairperson should know. So all these people should have a copy of that. They should also be intimated along with the person to whom you are writing the letter. So that is the meaning of copy notation. Okay, now I will discuss the format of the letter. Anyone else who has got any doubt in the components?
Ma'am, please explain introduction.
Introduction is just the opening line. It can be 1 or 2 sentences. You are just introducing, you are not introducing yourself, you are introducing the topic of the letter. why exactly you're writing the letter. Okay, you're introducing, just giving some background information. Please refer to your letter dated so and so regarding the purchase of laptops. I would like to discuss something in this regard. This can be one example. Okay, now we will discuss the anyone else who has got any doubt.
Will you upload the format in the classroom?
Obviously, not only format, I'll also show you the sample of a complaint letter. Everything is there. This one I'll completely upload, don't worry. Okay, next is format. Format is, there are two types of format. One is block format and the other one is modified block format. Block format is that type of format where all the components of the letter are written on the left hand side. Okay, like for example, this will be written here. Okay, so this is all the components are written on the left hand side. But whereas modified block format is, it is that type of format where this date, it will be written on the right hand side. And also the complementary closure and signature, rest all will be written on the left hand side. Okay, so this is the meaning of block format and modified block format. And now I'll just show you a sample of a complaint letter. This is, sorry. This is an example of a complaint letter. Okay, just see the address. The person has directly started, because this is a complaint letter which is written by a person, not on behalf of any organization. It is a professional letter, but it is a business letter. But though it is not written for any organization. Okay, just see the interesting thing. The short address is 56 Disgruntled Street. Then somewhere unhappy, I am mad. This is the name of the place. Okay. Then the date is no date is mentioned here. Date actually had been mentioned here, but then it's okay. Then June 15, because this is American letter, so it is American format. It is there. June 15, 2020. Then the inside address, customer service manager, that awful company, somewhere awful, you are bad. This is the name of the place. Then subject, see, this can be interchanged. Salutation can come here, subject line can come here, so it can be interchanged, not a problem. The format, as it is correct for both the things. Subject is complaint letter. Dear sir / ma'am, he has written, I'm writing today to complain of the poor service I received from your company on June 12, 2020. I was visited by a representative of that awful company, Mr. Madman, at my home on that day. What is it? Anything is written in the chat box? See, I am not able to see because I'm sharing the screen. If you want to say anything, please speak out. Mr.
Ma'am, we have
Madam,
to write the subject word.
yes, it is mandatory.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Then next paragraph. This is the introduction paragraph. Okay. Then next paragraph he has written. Mr. Madman was one. He has described the problem. This is the introduction. He has. I mean, why he is writing the letter? Then he has described it. Mr. Madman was 1 hour late for his appointment and offered nothing by the way of apology when he arrived at noon. Your representative did not remove his muddy shoes upon entering my house and consequently left a trail of dirt in the hallway. Mr. Madman then proceeded to present a range of products to me that I had specifically told his assistant by telephone I was not interested in. I repeatedly tried to ask your representative about the products that were of interest to me, but he refused to deal with my questions. We ended the meeting after 25 minutes without either of us having accomplished anything. Then the last paragraph. No, he has written one more paragraph. Sorry. Again, he has tried to describe. I am most annoyed, but then it can come in one paragraph. Okay, I am most annoyed that I wasted a morning and and half a day's vacation waiting for Mr. Madman to show up. My impression of that awful company has been tarnished, and I am now concerned about how my existing business is being managed by your firm. Furthermore, Mr. Madman's inability to remove his muddy shoes has meant that I have had to engage the services and incur the expense of a professional carpenter cleaner. And the last line, my last the conclusion. I trust this is not the way that a full company wishes to conduct business with valued customers. I have been with you since company was founded and I have never encountered such treatment before. I would welcome the opportunity to discuss matters further and to learn of how you propose to prevent a similar situation from recurring. I look forward hearing from you. So this is how the paragraphs are divided. He has written yours faithfully. The reason is he has been associated with the company, so he can write yours faithfully. The person's name is very angry, we angry, then customer. Okay, so this is an example of a complaint letter. Now, if you have any doubt, please ask me. After that, I'll upload the assignment. So I'm uploading the assignment now. You can see it. Yes, please.
Ma'am, is it important to sign? Cannot we write only our name?
Now in this class you can write your name, not a problem, but it is very mandatory that everyone signs on any letter, otherwise it is not authenticated, and then signature should be with date. Okay, whenever you are signing, it should be with date, should be mentioned. That is much more important. I hope I'm clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, great. Now I'm doing this, uploading the assignment. And I'll tell you what you have to do in the assignment also. But first, let me upload the materials.
Yes, ma'am. Please upload the material using which you taught today.
Both I'll do. Letter writing. Okay, I have completed both. I mean, I have uploaded both, and now I'm uploading the assignment. And then I'll tell you what you have to do. Okay. So now just see what are the assignment. ଟିକେ ତମ ସାଙ୍ଗରେ ପରେ କଥା ହଉଛି କ୍ଲାସରେ ଅଛି ହଁ Okay. So this is the assignment. Just see. Imagine that you are the purchase manager of Sigma Infocom, Pune, and you have placed an order of 50 laptops from Alpha Computers. So you see the letterhead will be of Sigma Infocom and with an imaginary address, but then the place should be Pune. Then you have to write an imaginary website address, phone number, and other things. That is the letterhead. And then you sorry. Purchase same, correct. And then sorry, and then you will sign at the bottom. You will sign at the bottom as by your designation as purchase manager, and then and then inside address would be from to the sales manager Alpha Computer. Okay, and then you will write the complaint letter. So this is how you have to write. Okay, I hope I am clear, or anyone having any doubt in this, please ask me.
Ma'am, can you please repeat?
What will I repeat?
Ma'am, where to write, ma'am, the last points that you told?
That is completely given in this letter. Once you see the letter, once you see the question, you will be able to answer. This one just for reference sake I said. Because if I'll tell you now that I'll not tell you in the exam, na? So you just see the answer, see the question, and then you write it by yourself. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, great. Any other doubt anyone has?
Ma'am, could you please elaborate upon the teams that you were speaking about, if that's feasible?
Which one?
The presentation teams.
Dates. See, till now you have not yet formed the groups, na? So I was thinking you take the weekend, form the group, then we will discuss about the date. Otherwise, we won't discuss.
Ma'am, what's the maximum number and the minimum number, and how many groups are we supposed to form?
Nothing. You see, there were some. I had told that you can make groups with between 7 to 8. But then some students have told me that, ma'am, can we make 10 or 11? It is okay. 10 can be maximum, but 11 is a crowd. You can do
okay, that. Ma'am. We'll then make accordingly.
And then Monday, I think we will discuss so that you form the group, and then and if anyone has not formed the group, then I will form the group for you all.
Ma'am, is it going to take place before the exams? Like before the mid-sem?
We will discuss. Like if you all are not in a position, then we will conduct it after the mid-sem.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, what is the submission time for the letter? Can you repeat once?
No, I have not. I have not yet said. I wanted to ask you to discuss with you what should be the submission time. But before that, let me take the attendance. Then we will discuss.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
I have a question about letter heading. Ma'am, when we are writing the complaint to cooperate, companies, we are customer, then we write our address first. And if we are in a corporate company and we are writing other corporate company letter, then we write our corporate company address.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, can you please repeat what you told about the group?
Which one?
I got disconnected.
I have not
you told something about the group.
I have told that you take time till weekend, then I will tell. Then we will discuss.
Ma'am, which group?
For presentation, yesterday I was discussing. Okay, now roll number 426.
Present, ma'am.
I have to show. share na. (27), 28. Swastik was
Ma'am,
present.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Sorry.
हेलो मैम.
Yes.
मैम 488
Yes.
प्रेजेंट. मैम मैंने मैसेज किया था, आपने मार्क नहीं किया. 2-3 बार मैसेज किया.
अरे मैसेज करने से मेरे को थोड़ा ना दिखाई देता है.
तो मैम
तो attendance
488 प्रेजेंट.
चाहिए.
मैम मेरा वो हेडफोन ही खराब हो गया मैम, उसी समय दूसरा लगाना पड़ रहा.
I gave. Okay, don't worry. Okay, so now you tell me the time. How much time you will need for this? Tomorrow 10 o'clock or today midnight?
And tomorrow 10 o'clock.
Tomorrow 10 o'clock.
Tomorrow 10 o'clock.
Today is Thursday. Okay, tomorrow 10 o'clock you submit. No problem.
Night or morning 10 o'clock.
Night.
Night. Morning 10 o'clock.
मैम टुमारो नाइट 10 o'clock.
Night. Night 10 o'clock.
What do you want, night or morning?
Night, please.
Ma'am, morning we have class tomorrow.
Acha.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then you start writing. If you want to write, you can write now, or if you don't want to write, you may not write. Not a problem.
Ma'am, how we have to submit?
Google Classroom, I have assigned the assignment in the classroom.
Google Docs form.
No need of doc form. Just write in the MS Word.
But how will you sign there?
No need of signing there. As I said, don't write. Just write your initials. No need of signing.
Ma'am, can we leave the group meeting now?
Yes, you can leave the group. No problem.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
It's okay. You can leave the room. Hall, no problem in that. Okay. Kaha.
Ma'am. Hello, ma'am.
Yes, tell me.
Ma'am, then what's the deadline?
Tomorrow night, 10 p.m. you can submit your assignment. No problem.
Thank you.
Okay.